Good day, guys. Kaizen Official here. Welcome to another video where I'll be sharing my insights, my market ideas about the Forex market. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Today I have Nzdusd USD for you guys. Yeah, this is a different pair. I don't usually trade it, but I just wanted to give you guys a fresh analysis. So let's go. As you always know, guys, we always start analyzing on our monthly time frame. We go to our weekly, then we go to our daily time frame. These time frames are to get our direction. So we need to know where is the market going, where is price going, right? So what I usually do is I mark out my support and resistance levels. These are very important, and especially on the higher time frames, they are respected a lot on the higher time frames. Yeah, so let me go ahead and mark out these zones for you guys. Currently, the market is rejecting off of this level here. This is a monthly, so it's a monthly time frame. So there's a rejection here. Price came back again, gave us a rejection here. Stayed above for a while, came back, gave us another rejection here. So we can clearly see that this is our support level, right? And we are impulsing from this level currently. So the markets are currently buying. The market is currently buying from that level, okay? That's what we have identified. So let's drop down to our weekly. On our weekly, we can clearly see that, okay, the market is in an uptrend. It's been impulsing like we saw from this zone upwards, indicating upwards pressure and impulse. It's an impulse, an uptrend basically. In an uptrend, let me explain. So an uptrend, how we identify one is when we see creations of these highs and higher lows. So higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. This indicates to us that this is an uptrend, because the market keeps breaking highs and makes new higher lows. So the lows keep getting higher, the highs keep getting higher, right? And it's vice versa for a downtrend. When price is going down, like here, I'm sure you can identify this. So it's a downtrend, pulse correction, impulse. So if the market had to continue like that, then it would clearly be a downtrend. So since we got that out of the way, let's identify our key levels here on the weekly time frame, like we did on our monthly, right? So we can see the market is currently rejecting this high. We can see that with our eyes, right? And here's a low, the support. So the market is currently here, between this space. That's where we should look. That's where, it's important to find entries or identify key support structures and resistance structures. So here's another support structure here that I see, and I will just mark it out like so. I mark out the candle close, especially where price has rejected a lot, because if you check, price came here, rejected, price came here and rejected, price came here and rejected. It closed above or inside this zone here, indicating to us that this is a valid support level, right? Okay, sharp. So what are we waiting for at this point? At this point, like we said earlier, this is an uptrend. So an uptrend is higher highs being made and higher lows being made. Here's a higher high. Now here's a higher low. So if this uptrend wants to continue, it will need to break this high, right, and close above it and give us a retest so that we can enter. We enter on a retest. Whenever there's a retest, it's your chance to enter, whether you are buying or selling. So in this case, if the market were to break above this level, this is what I would expect. This is what I would wait for. If it break a close above, I wait for the retest, I enter on the retest, I enter longs, I enter buys, right, like that. But if the market can choose to either break this high or this low. It's currently here testing this low, but if somehow it manages to break below and close below, this retest is what I will see and enter, because it closed below this support. So whenever support is broken to the downside, it changes and becomes resistance, of which after it turns to resistance, when price comes back here to this resistance, I know, okay, this is a valid entry to sell. So yeah, vice versa for buys. And that's just on the weekly. This will take too long on the weekly, hence why we just identify these levels and then we drop down. Let's drop down to the daily and see if there's any clearer structure you can mark out. Okay, so here we identify that we are currently facing this support and this resistance. This was the overall support on the monthly. Let's remove it for now, because we saw that it gave us this impulse, that rejection on the monthly. As of now, on the daily, we are faced with this support and resistance, and it's currently supporting off of this level. This support level is currently buying, as we can see right now for today. It's very clear. So, and let's identify our trend, because the market came from here, the price came from here, so meaning it was in a downtrend. I'm sure if we had to drop down to a lower time frame like 4 hour or 1 hour, we would see impulses and corrections inside of this downtrend, right? Because this is a higher time frame, you'll just see these wicks, you'll just see one color candles. And let me explain something. The lower you go in your time frame, the more candlesticks you will see, right? Hence why I'm saying that if we had to drop down on a lower time frame, we would see more candlesticks, and in this downtrend here, we would see impulses, small impulses and corrections inside here, inside this whole thing, this whole impulse. So yeah, I hope I make sense. But anyway, we are currently facing support. At support, we know that we're either buying or we are waiting for it to get broken, and when that happens, it changes into resistance, right? So right now, what I would suggest and what I will do is that I wait for either this break to happen, and then retest, I enter off of it, and then I catch the trend, or I wait for price to break above here now and give me this entry. So my entries would be here after the retest. All right, this is what I am waiting for right now on Nzdusd USD. For the sake of the analysis, let's drop down to the 4 hour, one of our entry time frames, and we do the same thing again. We identify our key resistance and support structures, so where price has been rejecting off of for more than once. Price is currently in this zone here.
Did you buy gold?
No.
Check gold.
Yeah. By the way, sorry about that. We are currently facing resistance. Because price got here and rejected for the first time, got here again, rejected, got here, rejected. Now it's here. We're supposed to be seeing a rejection, and we got one. This small candlestick gave us a rejection, but now price is going above. So we wait to see whether price will close above. If so, we wait for this retest, and then we get the entry and hopefully it does this. It impulses above, but that's when it closes above and gives us a retest to enter. Yeah, hope that makes sense. So yeah, this is as low as I would go. So yeah, let me just put this back again. So if price closes above this zone, closes anywhere around here above, it's simple. But if now price chooses to come close below, if it closes inside here or below, sells are still valid. This can still happen. Very easily. So that's about it for me, guys. That's Nzdusd USD. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Comment on whether on what other pairs I should analyze for you guys, and on whether you need anything Forex related. Yeah, I can explain for you. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'm out.